I can transmute. Okay, so what do I actually need? I need that.
Can we change it from transmute to transnute?
Yes.
All right, so you turn one kind of color of newt into a different color of newt.
That's true. Transmute.
Transnutification.
Transnutification.
The thing is, it's nice as it rolls right off the tongue.
It does. That's the best part about it.
What's up, everybody? I'm Mike.
I'm Nick.
We're the brothers Murph, and it's time to go back. to Trismegistus, second edition.
Indeed, we actually still have the first edition over on our shelves and stuff like that, but they're coming out with a second edition, which will be out on crowdfunding very, very soon at the time this is dropping. This is sponsored by Board and Dice, our very good friends who are sponsoring this one, which is very nice.
Absolutely. So in this game, we are, proteges or people who are following in the footsteps of Hermes Trismegistus. We are, aspiring alchemists trying to conduct experiments and find,
turning stuff into other stuff.
Turning stuff into stuff, yeah. Turning things into ultimately gold. We all want gold, don't we? So we're going to be conducting some experiments, working up some mastery tracks and stuff like that. And what we're going to do is show you an overview of how this new edition will work. Very much the same game as the original edition, with a lot of kind of, graphic design and artistic upgrades. So it should be familiar if you're familiar with the original. We'll show you how this one's going to look and work, and then we're going to hop right into our two-player play. In Trismegistus, players take on the role of alchemists following in the footsteps of Hermes Trismegistus as they gain and transmute metals, discover artifacts, and conduct experiments in the quest to become the greatest alchemist of them all. The game will be played over 3 rounds in which players will be drafting dice showing the alchemical symbols for various metals. These metals will be able to be refined and transmuted, helping players gain more valuable metals and pay essences to master the 4 natural elements of earth, air, water, and fire. On a turn, if you do not have a die on your player board, you will draft a die. All dice are rolled at the beginning of the round, and they are sorted by the faces rolled. When selecting a die, you will gain potency equal to the amount of dice in this area on the player board. So for example, this is the alchemical symbol for tin, and since there are 4 dice in this area, I would gain 4 potency. When drafting a die, you also gain 1 unrefined metal of the type matching the die you take. The question marks will become any metal you like, but when you take them, you will forego gaining a metal when drafting these dice. There are many ways you can use your potency on future turns. First, you can produce the type of metal matching your die. There are square spaces which represent unrefined metals, and the circular spaces are refined. When you produce your metals, they will come onto your player board as unrefined metals. Players can also spend potency to gain the essences matching the central board. Keep in mind, mercury is an essence, but it doesn't have a token as it is both an essence and a metal. There are colored lines between metals which represent the pathways of transmutation. For example, an unrefined lead will transmute to become a refined copper. You can spend potency to perform these transmutations, and you can only transmute along lines of the color matching the color of your die. So to make this transmutation happen, I need to have a black die. Each time you transmute, you must spend essence or mercury. There are 3 essence types, and for each you spend, you'll go up the matching mastery track. Mercury doesn't have an essence token, but you can always spend mercury as an essence to go up the earth mastery track. Ascending these tracks will be important for completing experiments, as many of them require you to have progressed up a certain track to a minimum step. Players will also score endgame points for being at the highest spaces on each track. To gain a new experiment card, you'll have to pay 1 potency, and you can take either card from the colored slots matching your die. These will give you a requirement of mastery track, and then unrefined and refined metals, and as a free action, you can complete an experiment if you have all required materials. Note that you can always spend a refined metal in place of its unrefined counterpart. Completing experiments will be one of the main ways to score points in the game, and points will be tracked on your player board. Players can spend 3 potency to gain an artifact from an area matching the color of your die. Each artifact will be placed under your board, and they can trigger when you perform transmutations. If I have this artifact under a white line, for example, when I transmute this tin to mercury, I can flip it over and use the action of my artifact. These artifacts will give various bonuses to pump up your turns, but they generally only refresh during the next round's preparation phase. There's an area of your player board dedicated to your growing library. There are 8 books, 7 of which you could potentially place. The first time you complete an experiment of a certain element, you can remove the leftmost book of the matching color and place it in your library. It will now be easier to complete further experiments of this color type. You can also spend gold to bring out books, with the first one costing 1 gold, the second one costing 2 gold, and so on. As you complete rows and columns, you will gain the bonuses on either end of that row or column. Once you've used up all the potency of a die, on the next turn you will begin by drafting a new die, and you will again be taking actions using its potency. There are some free actions you can perform. You can play an extra potency tile to boost your potency on your next action by 1, but you must still spend at least 1 potency on a turn. You can use Aqua Regia to choose a color for the die to represent, or you can virtually change its symbol for a turn. Players all have a battery, and they can trigger this to gain bonus transmutations. Each round, players will be choosing a theory token to place below their publication board. This board will give you endgame points based on the color and type of experiment cards you complete, the amount of artifacts and color of artifacts, and the lower of the 2 indicated mastery tracks. To unlock unlock the scoring, you must cover all the indicated spaces above. Each artifact or experiment you complete allows you to place pieces on the matching spaces. Once an area is completely covered, its token will be revealed and scored at the end of the game. At the end of the game, players will also gain points for each book they placed, for reaching the highest levels of the mastery tracks, their publication board, leftover potency tiles, and remaining components, while each leftover gold is worth a point and every 3 other medals are worth a point, and the player with the most points wins.
It's back.
Back again.
Second edition.
Sucking down medals for your skin.
It's true.
Guess who's back? Hermes back. Hermes back. We're proteges of Hermes Trismegistus.
That's right.
But we're here to do some alchemy in a new edition of Trismegistus.
That's right. That's right. How good indeed.
Yep, so same old gameplay if you're familiar with the original edition. I won't lie, it's gotten a visual upgrade in many ways, which is exciting. And so we're going to show this off for you right about now, man. So we have our starting stuff. We've each chosen our character. Yep. We have a starting artifact, starting experiment to potentially work on, all of that jazz.
What's your character do?
So my character is when I hit the 4th and 8th steps on the mastery tracks, in addition to getting these bonuses, I will also get 2 essences of my choice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And then basically for me, whenever I get an artifact, which usually costs 3 potency, it only costs me 2. It costs me 1 less.
Not bad.
Which is just fine.
Not bad.
Absolutely just fine. Oh, I need to cover up my little fire symbol.
Yeah, whichever you reckon.
Let's do it here.
All right. Okay, so to start in our
preparation phase.
We've done all that,
Boom, boom, boom. So I need to choose a new theory tile. Basically, what do you think you're going to do?
I think I'm going to put...
I think I'm going to do that.
I'm thinking about going for my ×3 too, but I'm trying to think of which of these... Because there's, one of each category. Stuff for your experiment cards, stuff for your artifacts, stuff for your mastery tracks. Yeah. Which am I going...
Well, last time we were playing this game, I definitely chose one for my 3 and then proceeded to just, not do that much at all. And then I was like, cool, Nick, that was a good idea.
Should we say the 3 for when you have more of an idea of what you're doing? Neither of us are doing that.
Sure didn't.
That's not how we roll. We out here flying by the seat of our pantaloons.
Indeed.
Nick is going to be first player, so I start off with an extra potency. And all of our normal preparation stuff in the first round is kind of set up by the setup. So I think we're ready to roll.
We're ready to roll, indeed. So, again, if you don't have a die out here, you will have to draft a new die.
Sure do.
Man, there are 4 copper die out there. So much of it is just based around, just getting as much potency as you possibly can.
It's nice, but also it's like, well, what metal, which...
Yeah, what do you actually... Speaking of, what do I actually need for this? I will take a black... copper die.
All right, so it goes right to 4 potency.
Right to 4 potency, blam, right there, which is great. Also, when you take one of the die, you get a metal, an unrefined metal of that type.
Yep.
You just don't do that if you're ever taking the mystery one here, because you get to, it's a little more powerful because you get to choose whatever you want.
It's more flexible, but at a cost, right? So.
Indeed. Okay, and then so what am I going to do here? I can transmute. Okay, so what do I actually need? I need that.
Can we change it from transmute to transnute?
Yes.
All right, so you turn one color of nute into a different color of nute.
That's true. Transmute.
Transnutification.
Transnutification.
The thing is, it's nice is it rolls right off the tongue.
It does. That's the best part about it, is that it is easy and it rolls right off the tongue. I'm trying to look around and see what I want. I think I am going to... What I want? I'm going to spend... Oh, I'm already scared. I'm already so scared. I think I'm going to transmute. I am going to spend... I'll spend 2. And I'll spend 2 essences.
Yeah.
And I'll spend a red and a blue. So the blue is going to have me go up the water track there at the very end there. And this red is going to have me go up the earth track here. Boom. Keep in mind, we are playing with the upgraded bits, so like these little acrylic tokens, these upgraded bits here.
The books.
The kind of more shiny dice, the
also,
books and stuff.
Late stage prototype, but things could
Keep
change
that.
slightly between now and the final product. So we just throw that out there just in case anything
Indeed.
does look unfamiliar later.
And since I have a black die, I have to transmute again along these black paths here. So I can't do white or red. And so I think I'm going to bring one of these over to a... refined lead, and then, refined tin. This is lead, I believe.
Iron. Lead's the basic guy down here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So then I will bring that over here to copper again, following those lines.
Yep, so just we got, just for funsies, we got lead, copper, tin, mercury, iron, silver, and gold.
That's right.
Gold is wild if you manage to get it way the heck up there.
Sure can.
Very useful. Also worth points at the end of the game.
Indeed.
Okay, is that your first
Yep.
action all done then? Good golly.
Yeah, it's always tough. You're kind of like, oh man, what do I do?
Right. Well.
Oh, sorry, and I transmuted along here, which means I actually also get to activate my artifact down here.
Sure do.
Which I forgot, so I'll go ahead and activate that. This is going to allow me to bump up once on the fire track, so I'll get to go up one more here.
Nice.
Forgot about that. That's one of the reasons why I want to do along black there.
Sure. Okay, I think I'm going to take a mercury die. This one, since there are 3 dice there, it'll be 3 potency. This will give me a mercury, which of course is also an essence and a metal. So it's a little extra useful there. That goes up the earth track up here, mercury. Okay, so I am going to transmute as well to start. I am... I'll spend 2 potency. And of course, we'll do this one at a time. I'll spend 1 and I'm going to go from unrefined tin to refined mercury. Going across the white line, I will trigger this and I'll spend a red to do this, by the way. So I'll go up the red fire track there. And then I'll trigger this so I can get any 2 different essences. So I will get another red and yellow.
Yellow.
Okay, so for my second, and this is now exhausted, my second transmutation, I will go from unrefined mercury to refined iron, and I will again spend red from that one I just got. So it puts me on the second spot here. We're tied up on the second spots there. And I think that is what I'm going to do there for the moment.
Okay. I think I'm going to spend my last 2 here. I have a die here, so I can't grab another die. Spend my last 2, and I'm going to get an artifact. Again, normally this costs 3, but my special power is that it costs 1 less. Because I have a black die and I don't have any Aqua Regency, I can't change the color, although I think I probably would like to if I can. But I think I'm good for right now. I'm going to go ahead and get this one right here, because again, it is under black. So when you get your artifacts, you'll get to do the thing immediately, and then you get to place it somewhere, and each spot can kind of have 2 artifacts underneath it. So I think I'm going to spread mine out a little bit. And here I will gain 2 of the same color of essence. What track? I'm already kind of up the red track a bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and get 2 more reds.
Nice.
Red essence. Boop, boop, boop. Hey.
Okay. I am going to get another experiment card, so I will spend my last one here. Since it's a white die, I can take either of these 2, and I am going to take this one. Boom, to work on. I can work on up to 2 things, but you cannot get rid of stuff.
You cannot. You got to use them.
You got to perform them once you commit. So that is that. And on my next turn, I'll have to get a new die, as will you here.
Yeah, I also have to get a new die. I am trying to think. Oh, so you get a new artifact out there?
Yep.
Trying to think of what die do I want. I kind of want... Should I get some iron? So that's about iron is close to, you can get it over to gold a lot easier.
And if ever, you can spend your potency in various things to gain essences. And the cool thing about iron is you can choose which of the 3 essences.
Yes, which is huge.
Which is kind of cool.
A
little more flexible.
Little more flexible.
Don't forget also, when you have a chance, put a marker down on your yellow for taking
that's right. My
artifact.
apologies. Yes, indeed. I got one of these right here.
You gotta take credit.
Let's go into the wild. Let's make sure we get our three thingy done. Okay, I'm going to take this iron here. So it is white. So it's 3, because again, there are 3 dice right there. I will also immediately get an iron, which is one of the ones you don't actually start with. Okay, so, and then what do I want to do with that? Gosh, I really want to get some of this transmutation going. Man, we got a bunch of air stuff out there. I just haven't moved up the air track at all. Tough. Really, also, what do I got here? Okay.
You're looking at your publication stuff, trying to maximize your score rating?
They're all
You
slightly
fool.
different. You fool. They're all slightly different. So I was like, oh, I need to actually look at this.
That'd be smart. That'd be a smart thing to do.
A little bit smart thing to do.
Probably should think of that.
I think, maybe you'll advise, but I think I'm going to get another artifact, and I think I'm going to get this one. Again, I have a white dice, so to get this one, it's going to cost me 2. This one will give me 2 extra potency when I activate it, and I think I want to put it here. We can only activate 1 artifact per turn.
It's true. If you're going to be transmitting across those white lines a lot, then, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like kind of middle zone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave it there. Okay.
All right. Make sure you get another marker for your...
That's right, another red one.
Okay. I need a new die. I'm going to take this lead die. It's only 1 potency, so there is that.
A little 1 for.
But we're cool with that. All right, I think what I'm going to do is before my main action, I'm going to do a free action, which is going to be conduct an experiment.
Okay.
So, to do this, you have to be up on the mastery track, so I am 2 steps or higher on the fire, the red. I need to have 2 unrefined lead, I mean, it's the only lead, I guess, and 1 refined mercury. I have 2 unrefined lead, 1 refined mercury. You can only spend refined stuff in place of unrefined. You can overpay, essentially.
Yep.
So this is going to complete this. I'm going to get a tin. Blam. And then the ability to just refine straight up. So not the transmutation, but go from, or literally refine it from unrefined to refined. I'm going to do that with copper. So I'm going to go straight up to here. I got that, and I get 3 points, which is tracked on your board right there.
Dials, yep.
And then this is my first red experiment, so I can remove a book here. This means that in the future I'll have 1, I can do experiments by being 1 lower on the mastery track. So let's do that. Ooh. I think I'm going to put it here. Bring it over there. That's cool. And then I'll hang on to this for later. I also get to put a marker out for red. I'll work on this right here. Let's kind of hang on to that. Okay, so now for my main action.
That's all free right there.
That is indeed all free. I think I'm going to do this. I am going to spend an extra potency token. You use 1 of these on a turn to get +1. So I'm going to do that so I can spend this 1 and this to get 2 potency for red. I'm going to do a couple transmutations. I'm going to spend yellow essence for both of these. So that's going to put me 2 up the air track. Boom. Nice. And I have to go against across red lines, so I'll go from this iron to silver. Then my second, I'll go from silver to gold. And how spicy do I want to be right now?
Dude, how spicy.
Gosh. Because I could spend my first gold to pull out another book.
You could.
Which then makes things a little bit cheaper on the cost. I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend a gold, and I'm actually going to remove the rightmost yellow book.
Yeah.
So that when doing yellow experiments, I can pay 1 less.
Refined good.
Refined good.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is gone.
Okay.
I've completed this row, so I'm going to get 2 aqua regia.
Aquaregious filaments.
And this will let me bump up any mastery track of my choice. I think I'll go up the earth track. All right. Nice.
Nice. What a turn.
That was my main action. Okay. Let's make sure.
Right. You're like, because you do free actions.
Because things like this were free actions, the experiments. So yeah, I was like, okay, so we're good. All right. That is my turn.
Okay. I think I am going to. I think I'm going to use my battery. So you have a battery, and this will refresh every, there's 3 rounds in the game. You'll get it back every time, so you really should use it. I'm going to use it to to transmute twice.
Okay.
So I'm going to transmute once here by spending this here mercury, and then I will... And then when I do that, I'm also going to do this one to get 2 extra potency. Extra potency.
What do you know about potency?
And then for the second one, let's go ahead. I'm going to go whoop up here, and I will use this kind of overpay for it a little bit, mostly because I just want to move up this track right there. All right.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so
I'm sorry. That was my free action.
That's all free action.
That was a free action,
even
y'all.
yet.
That was a free action.
I'll be over here.
Y'all. I'm already so scared. I'm sorry, scared.
Always a lot to be scared about in the world. You know?
My gosh. Yeah, I'm just like, I get so hung up with these cards. Like, I want to do this one because you have to do them to get rid of to be able to use them. So it's like really tough in that way. Yeah, for my last one here, I kind of want to get a second card, except for they're all earth and all air cards, and I just haven't moved up the air track at all.
Yeah.
Which is a boomer, but yeah, I think I'm just going to transmute again, and I'm going to transmute along this black track, and I'm going to do this.
Is that with your free action, or?
So I use the potency to do it. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to do it along the white action. Never mind. Never mind. Let me go back.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I forgot. You have to pay attention to the colors, Nikki. Boom. Oh gosh, where was I?
You did just use your battery, which gives you the ability to do any colors. So I think that's probably still in your head.
So, oh gosh, sorry, I'm just flailing around here. Okay, I'll just go ahead and do this. I'm gonna do this when we get this card.
Sure.
Freaking myself out over here. There's just so many options and things you could do, and it's just like, oh my gosh.
No. Okay, all good?
Yeah.
All right. I will... I'm going to draft in my 3rd die for the round. I'll take a copper. So there are 3 dice here, so I'll get 3 potency. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to perform this experiment. This one, I can do this because I have the ability to pay 1 fewer, because I do not have a refined mercury, but I do have the refined copper. So I will do this and pay that. I am 2 steps or higher on the air track. So I'll complete this. So this will give me any two different essences. I'm going to take blue and... I'll take yellow and red, so I have 1 of each. I get 1 extra potency token and 3 more points. So we're on 6. And this will be my first experiment in yellow, so I can remove this book, which now gives me the ability to be a little bit less up on the tracks. Golly. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll put this book here. So this completes this row. So I can do 2 straight up refinements. So I'll go boom and boom. And then this is 2 steps up the red mastery track, the fire. Boom, boom, which puts me on my 4th spot. So a couple things can happen here. I get 1 of these bonuses. I'm going to take this one, and this will allow me to go up 1 space on any mastery track. I'll go up the earth track, because I just don't want to have to spend my mercury if I don't have to. And I also, when I hit the 4th and 8th spot on tracks, get 2 essences per my character. And I will take red and blue. So there are those. And now my main action. I never got my copper, by the way. Sorry for when I drafted that die. Silly me. I think I have a white die. I'm going to spend 1 potency to pick up this card, experiment card. And that's going to be it for the moment.
All right. I need to take a die. I think I'm going to take a Mercury die here. It only has 2 potency, but I will gain a Mercury there. Okay, and then I really want to get one of these curds done if I can. So, except for I'm not. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to get another artifact here. So I have a couple of these extra potencies, so I'm going to go 1 and spend 1 of these, which is 2. And I only need 2 to do it, because that's kind of my abilitar. And I have a black die, and I think I'm going to take this one, which gives me an Aqua Regis filament, and then another potency, which is very, very nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think I'm going to slap that one down there.
That's another marker for your publication board. You've been crushing that.
Yeah, but I'll tell you right now, I didn't need fire over here. I needed different ones, but it is definitely helpful. Yeah, and so I'm like, okay. So, yep, all right, that's my action.
Nice. Okay. I have 2 potency left. I'm going to spend this extra potency to get my 3rd. You can use, again, one of these on a round or turn. So I'm going to do that so I can spend 1, 2, and then 3 with the extra potency to take an artifact. I can take one of the middlemost ones because I have a white die, and I'm going to take this one, which gives you an Aqua Regency Failman and a unrefined Mercury when you trigger it. I'm going to put this here. And then I'm going to use my battery here, because I'm about to be out of the round, to do a couple of bonus transmutations. I will do 1 from tin to mercury, and I'll trigger this. So that's going to get me the Aqua Regia and unrefined mercury. And then for my other transmutation, I will take 1 and go over here to iron, and I'm going to spend, let's get on the board here with blue. I'll spend both of these, have them be the blue essence, so I can go here, just for future planning purposes. And that is it for me, and that's it for me for the round. I'm done. I'm out.
I still don't think I'm going to be able to do any of the stuff I want to do.
Building up nicely for the future, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Man, I just feel like you did so much this first round. I just didn't do anything. And so, trying to think, I think I'll just do this, get 1 more mercury, and I think that's going to be it. I don't think there's anything else I can do that's useful. I did not set myself up and took pretty bad cards, to be completely honest, for what I was trying to do.
It's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's just, I was like, oh, this was so silly that I took these ones, but I did. All right, so that is going to be the end of the round there.
Indeed. All right, so we're going to go to the preparation phase for the next one. So actually, can you just switch over there, those markers?
Oh, yeah, sorry, you passed first.
When I pass, you go like that, so you kind of first out becomes first player next round.
Indeed. So the 3 leftmost cards will become, it's called the excess offer. So you can always get these cards on top of the cards that are out here. And that's basically going to be cheaper cards because they require you to be less up on the tracks. Which again, that's why I was like, I need to get some of these cards in because I'm just not going over these tracks much at all. But we will get all the dice out, and then we're going to bring in the round 2 cards and the round 2 artifacts, and roll these bad boys out.
Get ready to party again.
All right, Mike. Well, I hope you wanted lead, copper, and tin, and a whole bunch of nothing else.
Wow.
Man. So again, if you ever get 6 in the same, then you have to re-roll the ones of those 6.
Right.
We didn't quite get there. Yeah, refresh batteries.
Pretty darn close.
Yeah, my gosh.
Wow.
So we got close there. But yeah, refresh our batteries, our artifacts, and they have to reassign another one of our theory tiles here. I guess I'll do this one. Which means that last one there will be their next round.
Alrighty.
All right, and you are first because you passed out of the round first.
I sure did. Golly.
Golly, gee willikers. Yeah, really hope you wanted copper and tin.
I don't hate it.
I mean, you can always transmute to whatever the heck you want, you know?
Yeah. Sure. I will take one of the 10. So since there are 5 there, we'll get 5 potency.
Potency's a lot. You can do a lot with that.
Yeah, that's definitely useful.
Do a lot with that.
Okay.
Yeah, very interesting.
Alrighty. I am going to start off by transmuting.
Transmutation. Transmutation.
I'm gonna transmute and take. What am I doing here?
What am I doing here?
I'll take this over here to this refined mercury. I'm going to spend a mercury as an essence to bring this up here. And then I will trigger this since I went across a white line. So this will give me another aqua regia.
So many.
And an unrefined mercury. So kind of made that free essentially. And I think I'll do another transmutation and send this one up and spend a yellow essence to go up this mastery track. And since I already did one of these artifacts, can't do another at the moment. And I think that is what I'm going to do. All right, that's it.
All right, I'm going to take... I think I'm going to take a white copper. So give me a little copper. Or should I have taken... No, I think it's good. All right, and I am going to spend 1 to transmute, and I am going to move you over here by spending... Oh, I'm sorry, not there. Well, no, actually, that's okay. Yeah, I'll move you over here by spending this. That'll bump me up to 3, which is what I just desperately need. And so I'm going to then, as a free action, play this card here, which I need to be 3 up on the Earth track, which just took me forever to do. I'm sorry, I think I went up here. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to have to spend 2 unrefined copper and then 1 unrefined mercury to do this card. So that is going to give me a blue essence. It's going to give me 4 points, and it's going to let me transmute again. And I think, for this one, yeah, I think I'm going to transmute along here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, when I transmuted that, I'm going to go ahead and use this to get 2 more of the potency. And then I'll transmute along here, along black, to make that a tin, and then I will use this one to go boop, and then an aqua regia. Aqua regia is so useful because it allows you to get some flexibility. And then, so because I did that, I get to put out an earth element right there, and I get to bring this over. I'm not going to be able to finish anything, so I'm trying to think like kind of ahead. Let's go here. Okay.
Okay. I think I'm going to use an aqua regia to pretend that this symbol is the symbol for lead.
Symbol for life.
For this main action. And I'm going to spend 2 potency to produce 2 lead. Okay. I think I'm gonna use my battery straight away.
Oh yeah?
Straight away, man. I'm gonna use my battery to get 2 transmutations as a free action. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna transmute along here, and these can be across any lines. So this is 1. I'm gonna spend a Mercury as an essence to get to the 4th spot on the Earth track, which gets me one of these bonuses. I'm going to take this, which goes me 1 space up the air track, which gets me a bonus.
Nice.
I'm going to take this extra potency.
Killing me on this.
And then I get ultimately 4 essences because of my character.
Yeah. Huge.
And I'm kind of lagging on the water. So I'll do 1, 2, 1, 2. So I have a kind of even mix.
Right.
Okay. For my second transmutation, I will transmute from iron to silver and spend a blue essence to go up the water track. And that's that.
Okay. I think I'm gonna spend 1, 2, 3 extra potency. I'm gonna get essence, and the essence I'm getting is what copper is, which is again this yellow essence. So boom, boom, boom. So, question is, I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, this is gonna be it for me right now. Trying to figure out a little bit about myself. My life.
Okay, I think I'm going to use my last potency here just to produce a tin for the future. And then I am going to complete this experiment as a free action. So I am at step 3 or higher on the Earth Mastery track. I'll spend 2 refined mercury instead of unrefined and a refined copper to complete this. This will allow me to refresh an artifact, so I'll refresh this one. It gives me an extra potency token and 4 points. So it puts me on 10. And that is my first gray. So I'll put this here, and I'll put a marker right here to match the gray that I just completed.
Okay.
That's that.
I think I'll spend 2, and I'm going to get this artifact here, because I have a white die, so I get it from here. I'll have to put it here. This will give me an aqua regia. And then I can get any refined resource of the 4 kind of main ones, not silver and not gold. And I think I'm going to get a refined mercury. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. I have to draft another die. Okay. I've used up all my potency. I think... Oh.
Tough.
Yeah.
Tough.
I'm going to take this die here and get 4 potency and a copper. Blam. And I think I'm going to spend 3 potency. I'll use an extra potency token, so I'll spend 1, 2, this being the 3rd, to get that rightmost, the closest to you artifact, Nick, that blue one. Yes, whoop. Sir. And one thing I forgot is to trigger it when you get it. I should have gotten that earlier, but I will trigger this one.
Yeah.
So I will get an aqua regia. And 2 steps up the same track. I'm going to go up the fire track here.
Nice.
And that is that.
We bumped the track.
we bumped the track.
Okay. I think I am going to, for my last bit here. Yeah, sure. I'm going to go ahead and transmute. I'm going to transmute along the white line right here. And I'm going to go ahead and spend a yellow essence to do it, which will bump me up the air track. And I'll go ahead and do this one. I'll get 2 of the same essence back. Let's go ahead and get 2 blue. I have a bunch of all the kind of essences, so I should be good on that front. And then I'll go ahead as a free action do this card. So this is another card that requires me to have 3 earth, which I have. I have to spend 2 refined mercury and then 1 unrefined iron. And I will get a gold, which is sweet. I'll get another aqua regia, which is great because I can start using those. And I'll get another 3 pints. It comes in pints. Now, because I do this, I will still get to put out another element spot here, but I don't get to bring over a book because it's only for the first time.
Sure.
That should do that. But nonetheless, that's great. Also, I should have done it when I got this one, I think about. Boop. So, keep on the wrong thing. Okay, and so that is that. And then I'm trying to think. Having a gold here is sweet because I could probably put out another book, which would be great. And so I actually am. I'm going to put out a book. And I'm trying to think. I have no cards, but I think I'm going to start bumping up this yellow track, the air track, just because there's been like nothing but yellow cards out here. So I'm like, I really got to start moving this track, which is one of the reasons why I got all these yellow essences. So I think I'm going to bop this one. And I think I'm going to go down here. And what this does will give me 2 more of those extra potencies, which is great. And this will actually give me back that gold, which is outstanding because it's big I didn't spend it. Okay, I think that's it.
I can dig it, man. Okay. I am going to do this. I'm going to use an aqua regia, Nick. Boom, to say that this is iron. All right, boom. I'll spend 1 just to produce 1 iron. And that's going to be that.
That's going to be you. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I'm going to take this tin, this white tin here. It's going to be 4 potency. And I will get a 10 when I do that. Okay, so I definitely want to get a new card. I'm trying to decide, do I want to... What do I think I could realistically do?
Sure.
It's definitely a bit of a toughie. Or maybe should I get... Yeah, you know, actually, I think I'm going to get red instead of white. I won't change anything right now. But, I think I'm going to spend a potency, and I'm going to get a new card. I think I'll get this one, which will be a bit toughy-stuffy to do.
It's pretty valuable, though.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's definitely nice. Although it's going to take 3 silver, which is not cheap, but we out here.
Okay, back to me. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to use an extra potency to get 2, so that I can transmute twice. I have to transmute across red lines, so I'll transmute up here, and then up here ultimately. So I'll trigger. Well, first of all, I will pay 2 air essences, the yellow, boom, boom, for those 2 transmutations. Triggering this gives me an aqua regia, and 2 bumps up the same track. I'm going to go 2 up the red, so this is now to my 8th step, so I'll get one of the bonuses over there. I'll take the extra potency token. Thank you. And I get 2 essences of my choice per my character. And I will get a blue and a yellow. And that's been used up. And that's also used up. And I think I never put my marker out for this blue. Whoopsie, you're meant to go there, sir. All right, I think that's it.
All right. I think I'm using Aqua Regia, and I am going to make this tin and iron die. I'm going to go down 1 and spend 2 of these to get 3 iron. Now, keep in mind, when you're using these extra potency, you do have to spend at least 1 pip of your die.
Yes.
You can't just be like, I'm going to spend these and just do it. You have to spend at least 1. So I would love to not, but I think I got to. Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for right now.
Okay. Okay. Ooh. All right, I'm going to take a copper die. So now there's 3 potency left. So 3 dice, 3 potency. This produces a copper. And I will spend 1 potency to take, it's a black die, so I can take from one of these 2, this experiment card.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I'm going to spend 1, I think 2, 3. And I'm going to transmute, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. All those up there. I'm going to use these yellow essences to do so, which will bump me up. Where am I? 1, 2, 3 up there. I'll go ahead and get that one over there, which will bump me up the fire track. Yeah.
Yep.
Where's the fire track at? Here. Boop. Right there. Yep. Okay. Also, because I went across red, I can get Aqua Regia, and then I can also get 1 refined resource of my choosing, which is interesting. I feel like I keep needing copper, so I'm going to get an refined copper.
Nice.
Okay.
Darn, okay. I am going to spend an extra potency, so I can have 3, and I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 3 transmutations. They are all going to be from unrefined copper to refined tin, across the black lines since I have a black die. And I am going to spend... I think I'll spend a yellow... and then... 1 blue, 1 red. I'll do one of each.
Why not?
Color.
Why not you?
Without mercury. So that's going to be 1 up the blue. There are no more bonuses to take. 1 up the yellow air. 1 up the fire.
Nice.
Mastery track. And that is going to be that.
All right. I am going to use an Aqua Regia. Feels like kind of a waste, but I'm basically going to make this a lead for this turn and go boop, and I'm going to get a little lead.
Sure.
Mostly because I'm going to play this, I'm going to get the Aqua Regia back. So I'm going to play this one, requires 3 silver, 1 lead. Because I've unlocked this, I actually can pay 1 less because this is an error card. So it's only going to cost me 2 silver, and then that 1 lead there. And then I will be able to get an artifact for free, an Aqua Regia back, which is one of the reasons why I was willing to just kind of use it.
Sure.
And then I'm going to get 7 points, which will put me at 14. And then this will also be my first yellow one, which will be great. We'll go ahead and cover that up. And then I think I'm going to get this artifact, which is going to put me at my max of 6. So my kind of ability here isn't mega useful. Oh, I'm sorry. I used this already last turn. But I'll get this. I'll get an unrefined resource, or refined resource by choice, and then I get to bump a mastery track. I think I'm going to get another copper. The mastery track I think I'll bump will be... let's go ahead and keep riding this train since I'm kind of moving that way anyway. And then, also because I got a blue, I will get to put another one out here. So now I have my top 2 ones kind of, oh, actually, I should put that one here so that this one's unlocked. Got to make sure I do that one. Boop, 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 boop. And I think that is me. Oh, I need to put this out. So now I think I will, yeah, let's go here. So this is going to be 2 essences of my choice. Let's just get, I guess, 2 more yellow. This will bump me up the air track 2 more times. So I'm going to go boom, boom.
Wow.
Yeah, just like, all right, there's so many yellow cards. I'm like, well, I guess I might as well just bump up this track a bunch.
Got to pivot, right?
Already.
It's
oh, you're out, huh? So okay,
way,
so I haven't even taken a last die here. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of extra potency, so I was like, I'm gonna use this as much as I possibly can
and nurse this round.
Yeah, really though. Okay, so shoot whiz. Let me go ahead and take. Can I have that lead, that black lead die? Boom. That's on 3.
You'll get a lead.
I'll gain a lead. I'm going to use one of those potencies to take, oh, this is a white. I'll use this as aqua regi. I have a ton. Last game, I had like 7 aqua regi at the end of the game. I just like never use them. So I'm like, Nick, how about you use them, baby? Let's go ahead and do, I can basically take either of these, or do I want that one? Oh, they all have the same kind of price. You know, actually, I won't use that aqua regi. I'm just going to take this card here. Boom. Okay, and then I will, I guess I'll just keep going because it is my,
it's all you, man.
I say refill that, but I don't think I'm going to get another card. I think I am going to use my last 2 lead to get 2 lead. And then I will use my battery because I haven't yet to transmute 2 things. So I am going to transmute along black here, and I'll spend, I guess I'll spend a yellow because that will then bump me up to the 8th spot.
Wow.
Let's do this one and bump. I'll just keep going up. Why not? Might as well get some points there. Boom. Okay, and then for the second one over here, I think I am going to move along. Also, I'll get a bump up red. So I'll kind of do that. Boop. There's no more 4s over there. And then I will go ahead and bump along red, and I'll go up here. I won't be able to do this because I'm still in the kind of the same turn here. It's a free action. I'll finish this one, which will be 2 lead, 3 refined copper. I'm going to spend only 2 refined copper because it's an air card. So boom, boom. This is, you had a couple big turns. This is my big turn, it looks like.
Yep.
I can flip something over, which is not like the best because I don't think I can use much else right now. So I'll flip over this one. Yay. I can bump up 2 on a mastery track. Let's go ahead and just get to the top of this bad boy. And then I'll get 5 points. Burp, 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 burp. Boom. And then I have these 2 gold. So I'm like, should I just drop that to chuck another book out? I feel like I should.
Those are the questions, man.
Yeah.
Questions.
Let's go ahead and, I'm not going to do this one at all. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend these 2 gold because books at the end of the game are also worth a decent amount. So I'll put this here.
Okay.
Okay. Now I think I'm done.
Beautiful. All right, so in round 2, folks, we are going to reset for round 3 and do our preparations.
Yep, so now these 3 will come here. All the rest will go away. Boop, 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 boop. Alrighty. All right, in round 3, y'all's last round.
Make your final preparations. No mercury.
Again, and yet again, a butt ton of copper.
It's been a copper kind of day.
It's been a copper kind of day.
Copperous kind of day indeed. Wow.
Wow. Wow, indeed.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Fascinating.
Fascinating. Yeah, really though. Alrighty. We've refreshed everything. Mike's got his battery there.
Yeah, I think we're all set. I think there are a few things to consider.
And we got this one here, so you can kind of make it whatever you want, which is cool.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I feel like I gotta take a copper.
Right, just for the potency, huh?
Yeah, like it'd be kind of crazy not to.
Yeah, last round I had a ton of extra potency. This time, this round at least, I'm not starting with a bunch, so I'm kind of like, ooh, okay.
Yeah. All right. I will take a copper for white dice. It's gonna be 5 potency. I produce a copper. And I will marry. I'm just going to use this. I'm going to go down 1 potency to gain an essence, a yellow essence.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
All right.
Keep it easy.
We get a black copper, which has 4 potency. I'll gain a copper. Okay, so I think oh my gosh. Yeah, geez. I have stuff that I definitely need to daru. I'm trying to think about what's the best way to do that.
Right.
I think I'm going to spend 1 essence, and I'm going to grab this card from the excess. Yeah, I guess that's it right now.
Okay. All right. I am going to spend I'm going to use an Aqua Regia to pretend this is black so that I can transmute across this black line to make a refined
A refined tin.
tin.
It's a very refined tin man, that man is.
And I will spend this yellow essence to do that, which will move me up to the 8th spot here. I will take the bump up a track bonus, please, and can bump up once on a track. I will go up the earth track here. I also get 2 essences when I
Reach 4.
do that. I will take.
Well, you just did this one?
I got up to the 8.
Oh, I see, yeah. That makes, yeah.
Boom. Okay, so I've done that. I used my aquaria, did my stuff. Okay, that's it.
Okay, I am going to, I think, spend. Oof. Man, not having this extra potency is starting to hurt. I had so much last time.
Sure.
I think I'm going to spend 2 to get 2 unrefined copper. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, am I focusing too hard on like one thing? But I think I gotta. Man, okay.
All right. I am. Order of operations.
Right.
What am I doing? Oof, I'm splitting my attention too many directions. Not ideal. Okay, I'm going to use my battery. I'm going to use my battery and do 2 transmutations. I'll do one here. So blam, and I'll spend a red. And then the other one I'll go blam up to gold and spend another red to go to the top of that track.
Nice.
So that's a free action. I will have triggered this because I went across a white line, so it'll give me any two different essences. So get yellow and blue. Okay. I'm going to spend 2 gold to bring a book over. This one. And I have completed this row, so I can get any 3 unrefined metals, and then do 3 transmutations across black lines. So I'm trying to think. I think I'm going to do a lead and 2 copper. And then the 3 transmutations, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'll spend blue, blue, yellow. Sorry, blue, blue. I'm going to spend blue, blue, and then a mercury. So I'll go up this track and that track twice. Blue, blue, mercury. And then I'm going to complete this experiment. So I need 3 refined tin, 1 refined mercury, but I can discount this because of the gold I brought. So let's bring over the 3 refined tin to complete this. I have to be step 3 or higher on the water mastery track, which I am. This will give me bumps up on 3 different tracks. So I will go blue, I'll go up the air track and the earth track. I get an extra potency token and 6 points.
Nice.
There's also my first blue. Oops. So I think I'll take this and get a gold. And 2 bumps up the red track, which since I'm at the top is just going to get bumped twice and give me 2 points.
Nice.
Boop, boop. And then I put out a marker for blue. And all of those I think have been free actions. So we've been doing stuff. We've been doing stuff. For my main action, I am going to take a card. I'm going to spend 1, and I'm going to take this experiment card. All right. Now, you sure can combo stuff.
You sure can. All right. I am going to spend my last potency here, and I think I'm going to have it be an regular. I'm going to have it be red. It seems kind of unnecessary, but I'm going to basically go along here, spend a blue essence to keep up with that water track, Mikey.
How many?
1.
You got it.
And I'm going to use this one right here, which is going to give me any 1 refined resource of my choice and a bump up a mastery, kind of bump up the water again.
User.
I'm going to get a refined tin.
Okay.
And then do I want to do that? Yeah, let's go and do it. I'm going to use this to transmute twice, and I am going to transmute once here along the black, and then I'll do this one along the white, and I think I'll use this one so I can get 2 potency tokens so that I can use those going forward. And I'll go ahead and do this one. It's going to, oh, I lied. I'm gonna spend those 2 though and get 2 more up here.
Wish you weren't a liar.
Wish you weren't a liar, man. That's right, I'm not quite up high enough on that track, but we're close. Okay.
Close. Beautiful. I'm gonna transmute. I'm going to use this in an extra potency to go twice. And I'm going to transmute from refined tin to mercury, mercury to iron. I will use the yellow essence for the first one to go up there. And then I'll trigger this, which gets me an aqua regia and an unrefined mercury. And I'm going to use the unrefined mercury for the second transmutation to go up there, which gives me that last bonus over there, Nick, for hitting the 8th step on a mastery track, which is an aqua regia, and this gives me 2 essences of my choosing. I will take blue and yellow. And then, as a free action, I will complete this experiment. So this will cost a gold, an iron, and 2 tin, all refined. Kablam. That'll give me 2 essences of my choice. I'll go 2 blue. I get 3 different track bumps, so I will go blue, yellow, gray. That gets me the 8th step here, so I will choose 2 essences. And I get 9 points, so we will go 7, and 1 up there makes 9. That's another blue for my collection. So I'll go like that. And then this is flipped over. All right.
All right, I need to get a new die. I am trying to decide. I need that though. Oh, that could be that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna make it an iron, mostly just because I want 4.
Yeah.
Now, you know, you take one of these, you don't get the base stiff, which is too bad, but that's all right. I think I'm going to spend 1 of these to get a blue essence, because when you get iron, you can get any essence you want. Yeah, I think that's all I'll do right now.
Okay. I am going to take a copper. I need a new die. Oh, no, sorry, I have 1. I'm sorry.
You got 1 left.
I have 1 potency. I'm going to use this to produce a copper, non-refined copper.
Okay. I am going to spend 1 of these plus these. Actually, I'm going to just go here, and I'm going to transmute rather. I'm going to transmute this to gold by spending a blue essence, which will bump me up to 6. And then I can use this one, give me aqua regia, and then 1 refined resource of my choosing. I think I'll just get a refined iron, and another aqua regia. Okay, and now I'll do this one, because now I'm at level 6 on the blue. It took me a minute. But I'll get to just straight up refine something. I guess I'll refine this. I don't think it's going to be super, super useful. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I need to spend 2 things. So I'm just going to spend these 2 and 2 tin. So I won't do the refine, but I will get 2 silver straight up and then 4 points.
Nice.
But mostly what it is I wanted to get this completely unlocked and then also get another book. Now, where should... Yeah, let's go and do this. We're going to transmute, and let's go ahead and chuck these over here. We'll also get 2 more potency. So boom and boom. And for those transmutes, I'll go ahead and use this one, which will be boom, boom, on the fire track. Blop. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and spend 3 gold, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll go and do 3 gold to put out another book. Now, do I want to do a blue book or a red book? I think, oof, all of these require such high mastery levels, which I guess makes sense. But I'll do a red book because I think I will do that be more likely to do that. So I'll put this one here, which will give me 2 more essence. We'll go red because we're going to need those, and then 2 more aqua regia. Again, per usual, you end up having a ton of aqua regia, but that's good though because you then have a ton of flexibility.
Built-in flexibility.
Yeah, man. That's all it is. Okay, I think that's me.
Okay, I am going to take this die.
I'm going to take this die.
Will give me 3 potency and copper. I also produce a copper to start. Okay.
Getting spicy, y'all.
Yeah, it sure is, man.
Spicy lead on my gums, you know.
I think I'm going to use all 3 of the potency straight away to take this artifact, which will give me a yellow marker to place, which I'll put on the wild here.
Yeah, well, right?
So this is going to be, I can turn in 2 essences for gold up to 2 times, which I will do.
Hashtag worth.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that twice. So 4 essences equals 2 golds. Okay, and that is my turn.
Okay. I think I'm going to spend 1. I'm going to get this red card. We're going to see if I can do that. Not entirely sure, but we'll see. Yeah, and then is there any other free shactions I can do? I don't think so. So, yeah.
Okay, I have to take my 3rd die. Can I take the black one from the mystery? So I can choose what this is going to be. But I won't get a medal for it. I will set this to iron. And then I'm going to spend 1 potency to take this card into my hand.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1. Wowzers. Yeah, not having Mercury right now is kind of hurting.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Right?
Mercury's in high demand, man.
1, I guess I should get... Man, I'm not even sure. I mean, I probably should just get a iron with that. Oof. I think, though, I'm just going to get another essence. And we are going to... Oh, man, yeah, oof. I really want to finish this card. I don't know with my 1 last die if I will be able to do that. I don't think I will.
Yeah, fair enough. Back to me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use both of the potency I have left, 1 and 2, to transmute across these lines. Hold, wait. Can I do this?
That's right.
Ooh, hold on. Calculating. I'm trying to figure out how can I get everything I want and more.
Yeah, I do not think I'm going to be able to.
I really want to bring out the last book.
Me too. I'm trying to get my last. That's what I'm desperately trying to do here. And I don't know if I can.
Oh, man. Yeah, because if I transmute twice, which would allow me to complete an experiment. That's probably the more valuable thing. But who knows, you know?
Right.
Who knows?
Oof, I don't think there's a way for me to get that last book over.
Gosh. Yeah, I think kind of same for me. So I think I will go for the 2 transmutations. I will spend 2 blue. So I can go bop, bop. Okay. To create refined tin, and then I will complete this experiment. So take a gold. Well, I can spend 1 less metal, so I will save the gold. Instead, spend these 3. So 2 refined tin, 1 refined copper. And this is going to give me 2 bumps up a track. So I'm going to go 2 up here and 1 here. So maximized. Then 12 points. So, oops, 29.
Nice.
Comes 39. That's another, that's why I wanted to do it. Nick, I'm so torn because I need this.
Yeah, you need the earth, huh? You need that earth. I know, it's hard. You're torn in so many different directions.
Man, I've made my decisions.
Yeah, right.
I've done what
That's
I've done.
12 points, right? It's like, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, but I'm only going to score this of the publication
I'll
board.
just score both of these, so hopefully we'll see. I think I might be able to get this card done. So I'm going to take the last mystery die. It's only going to be 2. I am going to make it a Mercury. Boom. So I don't get that Mercury. I am going to spend 1 plus 2 more to get 3 Mercury. And you are passed, yeah?
I'm passed.
All right, and then I'll spend my last one plus 2 more to transmute these 3 Mercury into refined iron. I'll be spending, it's going to work out perfectly. I'll spend these 3 fire to get 1, 2, 3. I did pass the 8, but there's no 8. But I need to be on level 8 of the fire track. I need 4 tin, and that's 4 iron, 2 refined mercury, but because I used my gold here on the red one, I can pay 1 less for that. So I'm only going to pay 1 refined mercury. Oof. And this is going to allow me to refine 2 things I'm not going to. It's going to allow me to bump up the Earth Track 1. That won't really do anything, but it mostly gives me 14 points, which is huge.
Wow.
So that'll go up to 730. But because this is my first red card, I actually do get to put this red book out, which is great. Nice. So I will get 2 unrefined mercury. I will get to bump up a track. Is there anything? I guess this gives me more points. So I'll bump up a track there. I also now finished this one. I can get an artifact for free, but that doesn't really help me. And I can get 3 more unrefined stuff. It doesn't really matter.
Effectively be worth the point. So.
Yeah, basically I'll get lead.
Lead.
And I did all these. I'll also get 2 essences of the same. Again, doesn't really matter. So we'll get blur. And I think that's it.
Nice.
I was just like, oh, I forgot it. I was like, I have the discount. I could do this for 1 less. That makes all the difference.
Beautiful.
All right, then I will pass. Okay, y'all. So we're going to go into this end game scoring. Okay, so first thing we're going to score is these. I did unlock both of these. So this one will be 2 points for every card I've done, plus 2 extra points for every blue card I've done. I only did 2 blue cards, but I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then essentially 7 times 2 is going to be 14.
Nice. I only managed to unlock one of them, but it's my strongest, so this is going to be the times 3. So this is going to be the lower of the 2 tracks between earth and fire. Both are at the top, so it's going to be 11 times 3 is 33.
Oh, wow, that's pretty crazy. This one here will be for artifacts. I was kind of good at artifacts, so I was like, you know what, let me go and throw that one up there. Again, same thing, I only got one earth one, so I'm gonna get 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then essentially 7 because I have one earth one.
Nice.
Which will be 21. And then this one would have been my air and water track, which would have been decent, but I couldn't unlock that one. Although I did technically do that. But
there you go.
It didn't make a difference. Okay, so now it's going to be mastery track. So, Mike, you did very good on all these. You're going to get 7 for this one, 7 for that one.
7, 7.
Oh, yeah, you're 7.
28.
Oof. That is crazy.
Let's be on 100.
Wow. I'm going to get 7 and then 4. I'm only going to get 11 for that. Well, that's doesn't bode super well for me. Although I do get more books than you, so maybe we'll see here. Yeah. So now it's going to be for every extra gold and every extra potency token, of which I have none.
I have 2 gold.
Hey, that's 2 is 2. And then it's going to be 3 for all your extra resource. That's all your leftover metal, not including gold, obviously. And then Aqua Regia, these. So 1, 2,
I'm going to get 2 points for that.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'll get 3.
4, right?
4, yeah, sorry. 4. Okay, and now it's books in your study. So I did get my full thing here. So I'm going to get 36.
I will get 25. So that puts me on 29. 123.
Oh. 123.
123, 129. I managed to hold on. Yeah, give that last book.
What? I think you got off to a slightly better start. I kind of got stuck, and it meant I
came roaring.
Yes, then I was like, okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. But man, I just couldn't. I took bad cards in the beginning, and then just could not get.
Yeah.
I needed to get to level 3 to get those cards in, and I just couldn't even do that. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, you overcame it. That's for sure. I mean, you really started marching, getting those 6 artifacts.
Yeah.
And I kind of I was like 1 resource short. To get everything done I wanted to. But what I chose, I think, was definitely the more valuable because it got me to the top of all the tracks. It was a 12-point experiment, so I mean, I think that's why I won. I made the right choice ultimately. Didn't matter, but I was just like, oh, that was closer than I thought it was going to be. I'm glad because I was going to maybe just go for the gold and get the 3rd book out, but I don't think that would have. I think that might have been bad if I had. So.
Yeah, I'll have to see, but nonetheless, good job.
Alas.
So that was a very close game of Trismegistus. I wasn't sure it was going to be close. After the first round, I was like, "Ooh, I think I'm in right for a right stomping," and it ended up being okay.
I had to keep my foot on the gas, man.
We couldn't let up. But nonetheless, that is Trismegistus' 2nd edition, which is out on crowdfunding. Make sure to follow the link down in the description below. And a big shout out to our good friends at Board and Dice for sponsoring.
Get you some of that. We always appreciate you, Board and Dice. Thanks so much. Let us know what you think about this one in the comments below, and we'll catch you next time at the Game House.